I'm originally from Ottumwa, Iowa, southeast Iowa, and I came to Ames to go to school at Iowa State University in 1991. I spent some time getting an education, so I was here getting a BS in chemistry and a master's degree in biochemistry, but I also fell into some work that I really enjoyed, working outside at food carts at the Eurostand. I fell into that right away, and I continue to work in the food industry today. My job's kind of changed over the years. I used to be doing a lot of the work myself. I was out in Campus Town, for 16 years till 3 a.m. many weekends. But as I've been able to grow those businesses and bring other great people in to work with us, we now run a vending cart that's a Eurostand, a Super Dog cart, Fighting Burrito, and Battles Barbecue, and then there's a Des Moines burrito as well. And so most of my time is spent interacting with managers and working on marketing and working on systems and improving systems and establishing systems, especially for the burrito. I love to eat the Super Dog. We bought that business. We didn't create it. We bought it 3 years after it was established because I loved that product. I don't know if I love it more than I love Battles barbecue sauce. And as an overall meal, I really like burrito. So if I had to pick one food forever, it'd probably be burrito because it can be flexible, but my favorite food, as long as I don't eat it too much, is probably the Super Dog. My job in City Council are a lot, but probably the next thing that probably takes more than anything else and is a pleasure is my family. We have 3 girls, a 19-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And we spend a lot of time, and my wife, Nisa, and so we spend a lot of time at gymnastics practice and swimming lessons and tennis and some wrestling, and also just trying to do a lot of reading and do a lot of biking in the summer and try to spend as much time with them as possible. It's interesting, most of my hobbies have always been my businesses, and council's probably my biggest hobby, right? It's not really a large money maker for me, but I do it because it's fun, and I like to think about hard problems from my experience in the sciences, and I like to try to work for people in the community, especially people who I think could benefit from some people representing their perspective, so that's a big one. I recently got a hobby. I started to brew my own beer, so I get to also use my science a little bit, my biochemistry, in brewing my own beer. That's pretty fun too. And beyond that, it's mostly family, council, and work. I liked Iowa State because I thought it felt really honest. I visited the other major universities in the state, and I really liked the feeling of sort of an ag college, but a small enough community that there's a pretty progressive impact. So you have some traditionalism and some progressive thought, and I like that mix. It sometimes makes for longer conversations, but I think those conversations are better, more fun, and you probably gain more out of them. So that's Iowa State, and its balance, I think, is one big reason I love Ames. But now, having been out of school for so long, I'd really love the diversity of this community. If I wanted to be in a community where everyone seemed to have the same ideas and they seemed to be from the same background and they spoke only one language, I came from a community like that in Ottumwa, and it was great for me as a kid. But I want my kids to have a more broad experience. And so there's a great amount of diversity here, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love that about Ames.